Hey guys, thank you very much for joining me. Um, Here to do an Ask Me Anything session for anyone who wants me to answer any kind of questions in this particular group. So, looking forward to hopefully offering you guys some value and giving you some tips on SEO or digital marketing or whatever you may um, want to know more about. Um, so I'll just give it a bit of time to allow you guys to jump in. Hi guys, No Man, Oscar, Adil. People are starting to join now, so we'll give it a few minutes, and then I'll start answering any questions that come in the group chat. So obviously you guys have a big group of people all interested in SEO, so hopefully I can answer some of those questions for you. If you don't already know, I have offered an SEO course for free. So you can get that if you go to my website, craigcampbellseo.com, and hope to offer value. We all are suffering with the coronavirus, and we want to make sure that we're learning and continuing to develop while we're all stuck at home. So give us your questions, guys. Ask anything at all. More than happy to go through as much as I can. While you guys are also joining, also on TikTok, I want to become TikTok famous. So make sure that you follow me on TikTok as well, guys, because I need to get a good profile on TikTok as well. So just put in Craig Campbell SEO into TikTok, and you will be able to find me. I'll just see if I can put in the comments. I don't think I can, but anyway, I'm not here for TikTok. I'm here for to answer any kind of questions. So hit me with these questions. I'll stay around for as long as there's decent volume in questions. So yeah, fire away, Karan. I just started your. Hopefully you enjoy the course. The course is a lot of detail in it. There's some different topics. You know, SEO, Facebook, black hat stuff, link building stuff, affiliate marketing stuff. So it's hopefully going to offer a lot of value to you guys. So make sure that you do take the course and go on. I'm offering it free for everyone over the next 7 days. That doesn't mean you only have 7 days access. Anyone who signs up will have the access to the course indefinitely. So do sign up to that. You'll be able to find it on my website, craigcampbellseo.com. But in the meantime, here to answer questions. So shoot me up with the questions, people. I'm looking forward to your questions. So please do feel free to ask anything. And Karan, hey, so there's 70 people here, and we've not had many questions. So guys, ask questions relating to SEO, and I will answer them as quickly and as in depth as I possibly can. Come on, guys. Questions, questions, questions. Yeah, we have to get as many questions as we possibly can. Get them on here. Don't be shy. Right. Your site link. My site link is www. I'll put it in the group chat. In the chat.com. And if you go to the news section, you'll see one of the most recent articles is a free SEO course, and you'll find the link there. So, how how do you practice your SEO skills after doing the course? Because there's not much opportunity in your country. There's opportunity in every country, Ahmed. There's millions of SEOs earning good money. However, you have to remember, you don't always have to operate in your own country. There's loads of guys in your country who will do work for Americans, Europeans, people in the UK. You've just got to demonstrate knowledge and value. And I know that's a little harder because people get so much, messages every day of the week from all the world offering SEO services, so you really have to stand out from the crowd. Manoj Kumar, is keyword density still the main factor of on-page optimization? Absolutely not. Keyword density is something that's very old. I think Google is clever enough to be able to understand and use NLP, which is their natural language processing system, to be able to determine what content's about and piece words together. So do not stuff keywords in there. Write your content targeting the viewers or the customers. Do not try and ram in more keywords. Just write and think properly. Side, what's the new thing added in 2020 SEO? I hate that question, I really do. There is nothing new. It's the same old, same old. Good content, good links, good technical SEO. Utilize other email marketing, push notifications, and various other aspects to funnel traffic into your website. Also use good videos. People respond well to videos. So there is no new thing in SEO. There's no special trick in 2020, unfortunately. You've just got to do more of the same of what's been expected of you in the past. So keep doing that. You won't go far wrong. Moyes Rajput, welcome, sir. Our Baz is asking, how does bounce rate affect SEO? So obviously, bounce rate may have a small impact in your SEO. If your website is letting visitors go away very, very quickly, then that's not a good signal to send to Google. Google are going to look at that and say the content's rubbish, or the calls to action are rubbish, or something else is rubbish, and that will negatively impact your website. However, it's not about bounce rate, it's click-through rate and engagement. Click-through rate's an important ranking signal, and engagement's an important ranking signal. And those are the metrics you want to worry about, not bounce rate. So you want to try and manipulate click-through rate and engagement anywhere you possibly can, and that will give you a positive impact in your SEO, whether that's on your website or on YouTube or anything else. The click-through rate and engagement signals show Google that this video or this blog post is an important one. So that's what I would say to that. Haider Abbas, welcome. Hello, good to see you. How to low spam score Moz? I'm not entirely sure what that is. I don't really bother with Moz. Moz is shit. Oscar Dominguez, what do you think of PBN? PBNs work very well if they're used properly. Obviously, people misuse PBNs, or they put up low cost, crap PBNs, and it's those PBNs that tend to get penalised. So you'll hear some people saying that PBNs are crap and they no longer work. That's because they've not been done properly. You've got to avoid footprints. You've got to avoid making it obvious to Google what you're doing. Put a bit of time and effort into your PBNs, and they will work very effectively for you. So PBNs still work if they're done properly. Manoj Kumar, sir, what are the main factors which are involved in the rankings: content, links, site speed, click-through rate, engagement, having videos, the important calls to action. All of those are all very important when it comes to rankings, either directly or indirectly. Those are the the main things you want to focus on. You don't need to spend hours optimizing your title tags or anything like that. Just keyword research, do the job properly from the ground up, and that's it. You will do reasonably well. Hello, Ali. No man. Right. So, Osam, I have a question. On daily basis, the Google updated his algorithms, and when we master SEO skills, and then in the future, artificial intelligence will cover SEO. So you're scared that artificial intelligence is going to put you out of a job. Artificial intelligence and technology both work very well, but you also need a human operator to be able to read between the lines and implement a lot of this stuff. So, of course, artificial intelligence will cover things and help you with SEO. It doesn't mean that SEO is dead or your job's dead. You just have to embrace it, use artificial intelligence, and use it to your advantage. And if you can do that, then I'm sure people will continue to pay to use your services, or can say you put into using the tools and everything out there. Moise Rajput, can you explain your way how to do SEO experiment perfectly from scratch? I mean, there's so many experiments, and I'm not sure that's a question I can really answer here, because it requires a lot more time to explain any particular experiment. But testing is really important. Experimenting on a wide range of different things is really, really important. What people tend to do is use single variable tests. So you make one change and see how it impacts a website. So single variable testing is the best way to do an SEO test. Not do multiple things at the one time, because then you won't know what change had the biggest impact. So make sure that you narrow it down and do single variable testing, and that will help you be able to give other people feedback. How to reduce spam score? What are the best possible factors? Spam score, guys, I mean, really, if you're trying to reduce spam, just don't do spam, and don't try and reduce your spam score. Just don't do it. Just get better quality links, better quality content, and you're not going to have a spam score. Don't worry about spam scores. Just do the job properly. It's a lot less stressful. Main factor which plays important roles in on-page SEO, latest trick. I'm not sure what's latest and what's not in terms of your knowledge, but internal linking works very well. Powering up your power pages on your website. That works very well. But there's loads of on-page SEO tricks. Well, not lots of them, but it's all the kind of standard stuff. There is no special trick here. There is no latest trick. Having good content, good internal linking structure, good keyword research and title tag implementation, and good calls to action on a page. That's it. It's relatively simple as that. Best platform for online practice SEO skills. That's from Enger. Get yourself a website, get a WordPress website, and practice your SEO skills there. Go after keywords, blog about SEO, do whatever it takes. Just practice. Just get your own website. It's the best place to do it, on a live website. That way you're able to see the impact of what you're doing, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. You're able to change it and learn from that. So a test website is always good to have. Joshua McAdams, good to see you. I'm sure you're here to troll me. Where do I see SEO coming in the next 10 years? Who knows? For the last 10 years, I've been hearing people saying that SEO is dying and technology is going to take over and robots are going to take over. And what do we know? 10 years later, links and content still work. So, who knows? Who knows? I mean, I think technology and everything's changing for the better. You're just going to have to adapt, and I'm sure it will get more difficult as more people have websites. And you're going to have things like artificial intelligence and God knows what else coming out. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's coming in, but fortunately I don't know the right answer. Hopefully it's still here in 10 years though, and I'm still enjoying it, so hopefully that answers it. Ali Khan, I've answered the spam score thing. Hope you're good. What's the best off-page SEO practice, and what aspects do we cover for new site SEO? So best off-page, build links, make sure your site speed's important, decent. I mean, link building is one of the biggest things that will move the needle within SEO. So that's the best off-page practice. What aspects do you cover for a new site? It doesn't matter whether you've got a new site or an old website. Content, links, more content, more links, improve your internal linking structure, get a nice silo structure on your website, improve the speed, improve calls to action, and then start to implement other forms of automation, whether that's following people around, if they've abandoned your cart and various other things. There's a lot to do when you get a website. So it's not just all about on-page and off-page SEO, it's marketing in general. You have to do everything. So next question from Azad. What tools would you recommend for keyword research? SEMrush is my go-to tool. There's a lot of tools out there that do similar keyword research. Ahrefs and many other tools offer similar value, but my personal preference is SEMrush. So make sure you go to SEMrush for keyword research. The data is good. Harish, do exact match keyword domains help in ranking? If yes, how? And if no, why? So yes and no. 10 years ago or so, exact match keyword domains worked really well. All you had to do was put up a page of content and you pretty much guaranteed yourself page 1, position 1 rankings. What happens as a result of that is that everyone does it, everyone follows that strategy, everyone buys up all the domains, and Google have to look at ways to stop people from spamming their search engine. So that's where they now give less weight to exact match domain names. They still help to some degree, but there's a lot more to ranking an exact match domain name now than a piece of content, which was the case 10 years ago. And why Google do that? Obviously they don't want us all just buying exact match domain names and gaming the system, which is why they'll tweak their algorithm and make sure that that's something that can't be done on a regular ongoing basis. Side, most people can't afford for the keywords tool. Which free tool do you use for keywords? I don't use free tools, unfortunately. The level of data that comes from a free tool is far less than it comes from a paid tool. The reason you're paying for a tool is to get in-depth and information. So free tools I'm not familiar with because I just wouldn't use them, unfortunately. Next question. Are meta descriptions still value apart from increasing CTR? No, they just help with CTR. They don't help with anything else at all because, again, 10 years ago people used to ram them full of keywords. Wackass, best tool for KD. KD KD, keyword density, don't know what that means. Thanks for sharing your knowledge of my questions. Suppose, for example, my blog is about affiliate Amazon. My competitor has written 3,000 word articles. And function, how does it work? So the guy that's asking about the Amazon affiliate and your competition, give me a second. There's just a lot of questions coming in. I'm starting to scroll down. What is CTR? My perspective. Click-through rate is click-through rate. There is no other perspective to have. That's you making people click on your website and click through your website, and that means that you've got good engagement. So that's what you want to try and manipulate and force to happen. What's my strategy about backlinks? Mix your backlinks up as much as possible. Get PBNs, use expired domain names, use guest posting, do outreach, get listed on directories, all of that kind of stuff. Mix it all up, and you'll have a good backlink profile. Citation help to increase your local SEO ranking. Citations do, that's what Google are looking for. Consistent NAP, which is name, address, postcode. So yes, citations does help. What about custom Google mapping? It depends on whether Google are going to pick up that custom map. A custom map could be one that you make up that offers no value. But citations are going to help you with your local SEO. You don't need to worry too much about custom maps or anything. I'm fine, brother. Hope you are too. Hamad, I buy the domain name. Can I use again the articles? Yes, if no one else has stolen those articles from that expired domain name and they're not indexed, then of course you can use those articles. Just be wary that a lot of people out there look at expired domain names and steal all of the content, just so they get free content. So just be careful with that, because it's something I do and many other people do. So make sure you're not you check that stuff out. Do you think? So Manoj is asking, do you think in the future people are preferring videos over articles? I'm not sure in the future. I think it's happening now, to be fair. More people enjoy videos than articles. I certainly do. I'd much rather watch a video than read an article. But there's still guys out there who love reading articles, so it's 50-50. But I think in terms of learning and engagement and everything else, people are more switched on when it comes to live interaction like this. You know, you'd rather do this than me writing a blog post about all of this. So so yeah, videos over articles all day long. These are going very fast, and I do apologise if I miss anyone's questions. Afraz, how do you get ideas for info content for affiliate websites? The easiest way to do that is just see what the competition are doing and identifying those gaps. So again, a lot of the tools out there have keyword gap analysis, so you can see what your competition rank for that you don't, and then use that to grow your website. Nadir Ali, how to rank a single page website? Single page websites, I've never seen a single page website that ranks that well anymore. I think a website consists of multiple pages. A single page website that you can't really go anywhere else, it means a government page, then I don't see any purpose of having a single page website, to be honest with you. Because what you're going to have is an article, and then you're going to have supporting articles around anything as a good SEO structure, content strategy. How you could do that with one single page website, I have no idea. Best tool for auditing. I use SEMrush to audit. I also use Screaming Frog and Deep Crawl if I have to, but normally between SEMrush and Screaming Frog, depending on who I'm talking to. Me personally, I prefer Screaming Frog because I can understand the data. But if I'm talking to a client, then you give them the nice PDF document that SEMrush produces, and it's much easier on the eyes for the customer. So, yeah. Can I be an expert in SEO if your background is non technological with no computer language or software experience? Of course you can. I'm not a software developer. I'm not great at anything technical. Um, but I can do good SEO. So yes, you can be an expert in SEO without those skills. Now those skills can certainly help you go a long way to doing other things, but you know, you don't. They're not essential as long as you surround yourself with people who do have those skills, or you outsource that work to people. Then of course you can be a good SEO. Manoj, comment links still work. Blog commenting, in my opinion, I don't bother. I think it's something that used to work back in the day, but a lot of people don't even allow you to comment on their blogs, and anyone who does is probably an older blog with very poor metrics. So it's not good practice. I wouldn't do it. They probably do offer some value, but not part of my strategy. So Peter, what are the best resources to learn technical SEO things such as schema? Um, so schema, there's people out there like schema.com special. They've got plenty of free resources online, and most others do as well. That there's websites all over. Just a simple Google search will help you with technical SEO. If you Google specifically whether that's how to speed up a website or whether it's schema, there's guides all over the place. Uh, so that should hopefully help you. In terms of sharing network tips, how to get clients to network with other SEOs and digital marketers. Conferences, SEO conferences, we get potential clients coming to watch people speak all the time. Networking is amazing, and even this is some form of networking. I'm able to demonstrate some knowledge. People will maybe come to me and ask some questions. Someone might even come to me and say, "Hey, I want your consultancy or something." So networking, whether it's online or local meetup groups, or go to SEO conferences, get involved. And Joshua, don't worry, I won't delete this. You can come back and listen later. Um, Side, what do I suggest for beginners? From which side should they start? I'm not sure what you mean by sides, but beginners need to start somewhere, and starting with my course will help you go through the basics. Hamad Khalid is Web 2.0's work with spun content. Yes, I use SEO Autopilot. I use it for tier 2 links and it works very well. So, yes, they still work very well if done properly. Hi, sir. How can I get perfect keyword from you, blogger? That what about the keyword ranking in SEO? So right, how can I get a perfect keyword for new blogger? Do your research, find a tool, and find out what keywords you want to rank for. I'm not sure if that's what the question was, but the question I'm not too sure of. Abdullah, what about the keyword ranking in SEO? How to identify either the traffic is real or it's a bot? Block bot traffic. But if you're ranking well on Google, then you're going to get mostly real traffic. Wouldn't be worried about bots too much. Best site structure for niche site. No man, site structure for any website is to have a good silo structure, and probably Google that and see examples of the best silo structure, trying to answer that without any visual stuff is not good. But for a niche website, just a nice, tidy, simple structure will be fine for a very small website. Rank Math versus Yoast free version. I don't use either. I use All-in-One SEO, which is the old one, but it works very well. I've heard good things about Rank Math, and I've also heard good things about Yoast. So whatever one works, they are just meta title stuff. So not hugely important which one you use, but it's entirely up to yourself. Shah, hello there. I have one tech website and I'm confused about how to set my silo structure. My products are HP printers. How do I arrange? I mean, you're best googling that. Without seeing your website, it's very difficult for me to see, and it's not something I really want to look at on the middle of a Ask Me Anything. But if you Google the perfect silo structure, you'll get tons of examples. People have spoke about it a million times over. Having a good silo structure, does it make a huge impact to a small website? Not a huge impact. When you've got thousands or millions of pages, then a good silo structure is going to help Google understand your website better. But having a good silo structure, just for the sheer hell of having it, is not going to hugely impact your SEO. Your question is related to off-page SEO, particularly for a new website. What will be the backlinking plan to gain handsome authority ranking? Buy some links. Go to linksforyou.com. Buy some good metric links and do some outreach. Get on your niche relevant directories. Offer value in your community. And I'm sure the backlinks will come from there. Abdullah, how to solve breadcrumbs issue? Explain, please. It's really hard for me to explain an issue with breadcrumbs when I don't know what the issue is. So I'm going to ignore that question because I'm going to ask very generic questions. I'm not able to answer them. There's no view to answer that question. Sorry, mate. Muhammad, how do you tackle keyword cannibalization issues in niche websites? Just don't have multiple articles. I think good planning will help you going forward. Do not have pages targeting the same bunch of keywords, or you're going to get keyword cannibalization. So make sure that you do have a content plan in place so that you are structurally going after keywords with some form of method and reason. Don't just write and write and write. That's how you end up with keyword cannibalization problems. Keyword difficulty tool. SEMrush have keyword difficulty score in there. That can certainly help you. How accurate that keyword difficulty is anyone's guess, really. They base it on their own internal algorithms. But yeah, SEMrush has that in there. It's something to have a glance at, of course. How can we create a high domain authority do follow backlink from a free source? Offer an infographic, offer some free content. Do something for these people. You've got to offer value. Nothing really comes for free. People will exchange things, but not just give it for free. I'm just going through some of these. Ali Butt, please explain fully the plan for backlinks. I mean, you're better doing your own research on that and Googling it. I'm not able to sit on anything and explain a full plan of backlink strategy. I can come back another time and do that, no problem. But the job here is to go through as many questions as I possibly can and help as many people as I possibly can. But without, to make a good backlink plan, you need to do some competitor analysis. So I would be guessing as to what plan I would be coming up with for you. You need to look at what the competition are doing and replicate that, or better it. So if the competition have 100 top class links, you go and get 150. That's the basic plan. You have to beat them. Um, Best anchor text ratio in your eyes. There is no specific figure or score that I can give. What I would say about anchor text is mix it up as much as you possibly can. Anchor text, whether that's going after your brand, whether it's going after keyword specific, whether you just put in an URL, mix it all up. I don't really have like 20% for this and 15% for that. I just mix it up as much as I possibly can, which is probably too much. But I think people get too obsessed with anchor text ratio, and it stops them from being productive. So if the keyword difficulty is high but the competition is low, then we can work in the keyword again. Yes, I mean, I don't stop chasing a keyword because SEMrush or any other tool says that the keyword difficulty is high. Anything that's got any kind of difficulty is going to be lucrative and worth going after. So do not let KD put you off of doing SEO for a particular keyword. Anything that's worth ranking for, there's going to be some level of competition. So personally, I wouldn't let that put me off. Abdullah, which better, meta robot tags or robot txt file? In general, robots txt file, but I'm sure other people can, probably say that it's not, but it's and what you're trying to achieve there. Tahir, which metas are important for ranking? Your title tags are the most important metadata out there. Everything else, whether it's your meta description, is good for click-through rate. Image tagging and stuff like that passes very little value, so mainly just the title tags. Hamad, how do we increase DA? Getting more links will increase your DA. How can we make EAT even though we're not an expert in the niche? That's a hard one. If you want to be seen as the expert, authority and trust in a niche and you're not an expert, then you are not going to be an expert, authority and trust. You're just going to have to fake it till you make it. You're going to have to try and convince people that you are an expert, and that's about all you can do. Blogs, do they still work? No, they do not. I don't do them. Just scrolling down to some other questions. The course is free, Inga. The advanced SEO course is completely free at the moment. So it was just under $1,000, but it's now completely free. Manoj, so we need to see before selecting niche for blog or affiliate marketing. We need to see, I'm not sure what you need to see, but do your research properly, whether you're doing my blog or affiliate marketing. Niche selection is really important, and I actually have a podcast out today with Gail Breton from Authority Hacker, and we were discussing niche selection and why it's important. So pick your niche wisely. Please explain social signals. What is social signals? Social signals when your article or whatever is shared on social media. So you may have 5 social signals from Facebook, you may have 5 from Twitter. So it's the amount of shares that you get are seen as social signals. However, people do sell social signals. Do they make an impact for SEO? No, they don't work. Um, MC, you're everywhere, man. Good to see you, buddy. Um, Shoaib, thank you and welcome to our friendly community. Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure to be here, and hopefully, um, I've offered some value. MC, question related to email marketing: MailerLite versus MailChimp versus Active Campaign versus Drip. I suggest Active Campaign. Has a lot of good automation in it. It depends on your purpose. Now, MailChimp is very low cost and very basic, just to send out an email. Active Campaign is more expensive but has a lot more automated features in it. So it really depends on what you're trying to achieve with an email marketing campaign. If you're a marketer and you're trying to nurture leads, or get people into a funnel, then you're going to need something with some form of automation. An Active Campaign is probably the best around now. That's my own testing. MailChimp does have small bits of automation, but it's obviously much lower cost, so it's not as advanced as something like Active Campaign. MailerLite and Drip are good options, just not my personal choices. But yeah, email marketing still works very well, and if you get the campaign done properly, then it works effectively. So yeah, get on it, MC. Um, what's the most important signal for local SEO? Citations, if it's the map listings you're looking to get. If it's organic, then some links, some local relevant links, carry you a long way in terms of social stuff, local stuff. If you do my course, you'll be able to go to the local SEO section, and you'll see I done a talk at Chiang Mai SEO a few years ago talking about local SEO and how you manipulate that. So there's a full half an hour video talking about the most important parts for local SEO. So hopefully the course will offer a lot more value than that. Effective ways, least domain rating, link building. I think I answered that one before. MC, Harrow works really well. Are you using that? Personally, I'm not using Harrow, but people that I do buy links from do use Harrow. So yeah, it works well. Any kind of good quality link, depending, obviously help a reporter out, which is what Harrow is more for PR related links, and of course they carry a lot of power, and they work very well. So yes, the answer is indirectly I do use it, and it works. Yassine Ali, what's the easiest way to earn quality links? If you go to the course, I've got a whole range of different link building tricks on there. You're better reading the course. What are the important ranking factors to rank on GMB except for citations? So Nand, I don't want to be rude or anything like that, but Google are only looking for citations. It looks like you're looking for something else that's not there. Citations is all that's required to rank a Google My Business listing. They don't look for links, they don't look for anything else. So if you go to my course, you'll be able to see where I explain everything about GMB in great detail, and that's it. Citations, mate. There's not anything else. If there was a special trick, I would tell you, but there isn't. Kazia, I think you're sick. Take care of yourself. Thank you, man. I'm glad you have enjoyed. Um, Sir, kindly explain what if we buy some cheap guest posts from some grown websites instead of buying. That's a good question. Um, a guest post at a low cost from a grown website is a great way to look at it. You've got to look at ways to get links for the cheapest possible price that are going to give you the most value. So that's a perfect example of how to get a good quality link cheap. because if the metric is high, the price obviously goes up. So that's a good way of doing it, is going in for a lower quality website that is growing. Let me scroll down further. Jonathan from Nigeria, good to see you. Fahad, what do I say about Google Sandbox? Sandbox is a myth, if you ask me. I think a lot of people think there's a sandbox because a new website doesn't rank as quickly as they want it to rank. But you've got to build up domain authority. You've got to add content. Your links have got to get crawled and indexed. And people think that Google are holding them back. There is, in my opinion, no sandbox. That's it. Abdullah, what is user intent in SEO? User intent is exactly as described. You want to have, if you're, selling a product, then you want a user's going to be on there to buy a product. So the user intent of that page is going to be to sell the product to that customer and give them as much of that information to make that transaction happen. John Smith, better to have a few guest posts and try to push them as much as we can, tier 2 and all that stuff, or can we do the same with parasites? I think guest posting is the way I do it, John. I'm not a fan of parasites. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but a guest post and powering it up with some tier 2s is exactly what I do. It's just a non-complicated strategy, and you can just do it simple and straightforward. Whereas using parasites, it's easy to forget things and it becomes a bit of a mess, if you ask me. But I'm sure it's not something I've done exact testing on. I just like my own way of working, to be honest. I'm sure parasites work equally as well. It's just not something I've seen which is more effective. What are the best practices to get into featured snippet? Schema markup. Make sure you plug in or implement schema manually. And you can go after the featured snippets and all the other kind of bits and bobs that are out there. What is the importance of the alt tag? The importance is supposed to be to show Google what the image is. Is it important from an SEO point of view? Not hugely, in my opinion. If it passes anyway, it's a very small amount. Manish, what are the grey and black hat SEO? Does that stuff still work today? So grey hat and black hat SEO is down to people's perception. There is no such thing as white hat, black hat, or grey hat SEO. You have to do what works, and people will say don't buy links. Everyone in here is talking about buying guest posts. Everyone buys guest posts, so buying links clearly works. Now, some people will say you're black hat for buying a guest post, you're grey hat for buying a guest post, and some guys will even pass it off as being white hat because they're not using a PBN. So it's all down to perception. You have to do what works, and I don't really believe in, if you're going to use GSA or some form of spammy automation, that's black hat, and that, of course, isn't going to offer a huge amount of value. But I think, for the general normal guys out there, then you want to make sure that you try and do things as best you can and as properly as you possibly can. That stands you in good stead. Harun, thank you. Guys, I'm also on TikTok. I want all of you guys to follow me on TikTok, and I will go back and answer questions. Really informative. Any tips for a newbie on how to get started? Quamar, start with my course. It's a good start to your SEO. You'll be able to get a lot of tips in there, and it's completely free. So the course, and then do some research. Um, yeah, but I'm not sure where the new questions are. But keep your questions coming, guys. I'll probably stay on for another 5 minutes if you want me to, and continue to answer questions. Um, Sunny Patel has joined. Good to see you, brother. Um, the course link side is in the group. I will share it in the comments after this as well. Um, and Manish, yeah, it's confusing. Black hat, grey hat, white hat. Many people have different opinions on it. My opinion is, as I say, do what works. Don't listen to people who say, white hat SEOs when they're buying guest posts. Whatever. If everyone's buying guest posts and that's what works, then that's what we all have to do. So, yeah, hopefully that helps you get that working well in your own head, so to speak. I've been on YouTube for almost 2 years, but subscription count is around 43,000. 43,000. Zubair, you're beating me. I've only got 23,000. Um, Getting YouTube subscribers and actually getting YouTube views is two different things. You know, a lot of you don't subscribe, and I think you kind of have to add buttons onto your videos and try and force people to subscribe. By saying check out this or check out that or do this or do that. So that is it's a very hard one how to get more subscribers, but keep offering good value, lots of tips and advice, and I'm sure you will continue to grow that because 40,000 to get there. Continue to do what you were doing, and hopefully that will continue. But you must have lowered your content if you're stuck at 43,000. You can't be doing the same content, surely. I'd be curious to see that. MC, how did I get into this SEO industry? By default, mate. I was working in a few dead end jobs and hated it, and the internet became a thing. Um, and I just became really obsessed with the internet and browsing the internet, and it kind of stemmed from that. So it's down to my age. So when I went to school, there was no internet, no technology, no mobile phones. And then when I got to 17, 18, the mobile phones came out, internet came out, and because it was all new to me, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. And somehow found myself doing SEO. So yeah, that's the long and short of it. There's no special thought of it. I just loved the internet and decided to make a career of it. Yeah, and I think that's the same with most people. To be honest, to it. Oh, um, let's see if there's anything else. Black or grey hat tactics works on YouTube, Asif. Yes, YouTube is not as aggressive as Google in terms of algorithm and spam and whatnot. So yes. John Smith. Regarding GMB, you said citations are great for local businesses. So I use citationsbuilder.com. They use local to the business. So if you're in, Los Angeles, then they're going to get you citations from directories in Los Angeles. But they also get you, if you're a builder, they'll also get you put in some builder directories or construction directories. So getting them in niche, relevant directories and local to you is the most important part. That will help you, John. Um, SEO tool, SEMrush, Link Whisper, which is a plugin for internal linking. SEO Autopilot for tier 2 links. trying to think of other ones. Screaming Frog, Deep Crawl, Sight Bulb are probably the go-to ones. So yeah, and any tool I've tried to automate SEO. If you're looking for automation, look at SEO Autopilot. That is the best automated kind of SEO tool that's out there. So yeah, make sure you have a look at that. MC, no problem at all. I'm always happy to help and offer value. But guys, I am probably going to go in a moment because the viewers are dipping and the questions are becoming less frequent. So if anyone's got any last questions you want me to answer that I haven't already answered, please do. Please do also look for me on YouTube and just put in Craig Campbell SEO. You can subscribe to my channel. I'll do a lot more of these. And also follow me on TikTok. I'm looking for more TikTok followers so that I can do more funny videos. So please do take advantage of that. But the questions are up. There's a couple there. Manish, what's my opinion on Suffer SEO? Suffer SEO is a great tool if you want to compare data, against the top 10 results and implement on-page changes. Then Suffer SEO is a great tool to do that. So yeah, it's a great tool, and I should have mentioned it. I actually forgot about it, and it's something I use myself as Suffer SEO or Page Optimizer Pro. MC, I think you ask me this all the time. AH or SEMrush. The answer is it's all day long. Not that Ahrefs is a bad tool, but I'm sure for anyone who follows me, you will know I have a strong affiliation with SEMrush and do work with them. So I ain't changing. I'm Team SEMrush. So tell SEMrush that I said hi. If any users signing up for it. But yeah, careers in SEO, plenty of career choice, Mohammed. Whether that's you being a freelancer, going to work in an agency or whatever, learn SEO and you can have a good career regardless of what direction you want to go in. Which thing I like the most while I'm doing SEO? Making videos, talking about SEO, sharing my experience is probably the best thing, because I get to talk to a whole bunch of different people all the time, answer different questions. So probably the education side of it and giving back to people is the part that I enjoy the most. Tahir, confused related to new domain or old domain selection for good results. I tend to use expired domain names a lot to take advantage of the backlink profile. Works very well for me. Yeah, use an expired one. SEO future, who knows, man? Who knows what the future of SEO holds? How much part does voice SEO have in current SEO? A lot of people talk about voice search and starting to implement it, and I'm sure voice search will become bigger and bigger as time goes on. I don't think it's that big for now, but I think in terms of future-proofing your website and future-proofing your business, you need to start thinking about it, doing some research, and potentially start to think about implementing that down the line. But for now, I'm not bothering at all with it. But it is coming for sure, and will be an important thing going forward. Mohammed, you've just joined my course. What's your advice for you? The advice is all in the course, buddy. Everything in there is all the best solid advice I've got, and There's 153 modules in there at present, and yeah, it's as much information as I could possibly give out. So that's the best advice I can give. Just knuckle down, read it, and try your own stuff as well. Don't just believe me. Just try stuff out. If I say something works, test it and see if it works. Because I think that's something that people don't do a lot of is do their own testing. So make sure that you do your own testing, and that will help you. Audit best tools: Screaming Frog, SEMrush, two favourite auditing tools. So anything else? Anything which we focus more and more on content optimization? Not sure what that question is. Zishan, do no index follow backlinks past link juice? No index follow. No, because if it's not getting indexed, then it's not going to pass juice and it's not going to get indexed. So although the links follow, if the page is no indexed, it depends. Are you talking about the page being no indexed or the actual link? I mean, for a link to pass value, it has to be follow and it has to be in Google's index. So that's the only way you're going to get value from it. If it's not in Google's index, you're fucked, basically. Mohammed, thank you, mate. It has been a pleasure. Saeed, I will put the link to the course in the chat after I come off of the live video. I'm not sure why it won't let me do it just now. Probably some kind of glitch. Connor O'Brien, good to see you here, bud. As I say, guys, follow me on or TikTok. I want to be famous, so get me on there. But I'm going to wrap up now because it's been an hour. I will come back again in the future if I'm invited. And thank you very much, everyone. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully I've offered some tips for you guys. See you later.